In the middle was Cranage. Now Weiss, fresh air shot off the ground, didn't quite connect with the football. Pack develops around the footy. Coming through the middle there was a Mulder for Anakie, and a kick away in the end came from Sean Fitzgerald. Only into the back end of the square though to Troy Elsinger. Gets it back over the top. No mark taken. And Michael Rowe, handball to a vacant centre half forward position was okay. Running onto it and getting the kick away quickly was Greed. Goes towards the forward pocket position, and it's out of bounds for a throw in. Next to the behind post, in the right forward pocket, the Magpies into attack at the southern end of the ground.
It's amazing, didn't think I had any influence on coaches, but he had Troy Greed full back in the original side, and I said, gee, I think he'd be better on ball. Where's he playing?
On the ball.
Yeah, listen, I think he does listen to you, Eric.
So a boundary throw in, deep into the North Geelong attacking zone. Purvis at the front, got it down. And nobody can get an effective kick away. Now pushing the back found, going to go to Anakie. And the free kick's going to have the ball with Chris Moore in the last line of defence of the Roos.
So Moore now, after a minute, no score, decides to kick long. It goes pretty high, not very long. In good position there was Fitzgerald, can't take the mark for Anakie. The ball's kicked off the ground, out wide. Ferguson leads in the race for the ball. Gee, didn't he show some pace last week? And he's continuing on the good work. Handball back to Nolan.
That was a very good tackle.
But, well, the umpire has the ball went over the boundary line, but the umpire and it's Fitzgerald put a marvellous tackle, as Laurie's indicated, on the player with the football. It was Nolan, and made no effort to get rid of it. So Fitzgerald, nice pass along the boundaries, found Habib. Is it out there on centre wing? And he will kick the ball into, it's not Habib, can't quite identify him, but it's a lovely long kick to half forward from behind. Sam Hall with a big fist into the footy, and it's over the boundary line. So almost on the 50-metre arc for Anakie, kicking to the northern end in this first quarter. They've progressed the ball with a couple of very nice long kicks. Purvis doing the ruck work from the back, but Weiss puts it down in front, comes back to Weiss. He can't pick the footy up. Now it goes wide. There's a whistle on play. The free kick is going to Anakie. In an infringement in the pack there, it's Dover at half forward. So Dover for Anakie, decides to kick long, well inside 50. Big pack of players there. Good work, Flack at the back of the pack, punched it forward. And North Geelong desperately, well, that was a pretty good move. Put it onto the foot of the Anakie forward, but the umpire didn't see it that way. And the ball will be thrown in. 25 metres from the behind post, 2.5 minutes gone first quarter, no score. But the opportunity here for Anakie as the ball's thrown in. Fitzgerald doing the ruck work there, gets a handball to his teammate in Mulder. He hooks it around the body in the goal square, and it's Rowe. Well, terrible kick out of defence from Rowe. It's intercepted by Habib on the left foot. He's hooked it around the body, and this is the first score of the day. It's a behind to Habib, a behind to Anakie, and on the Victory Trophy scoreboard, that is the score. Anakie one behind, North Geelong yet to score. 3 minutes gone.
So Simon Flack to kick the ball back into play for North Geelong. As Laurie said, a fair kick of the footy, and it's not a bad kick, 70 metres out to the outer side.
Beautiful kick.
But all Anakie there, though, and they've taken the mark.
It's Davis.
Davis it is, on half-forward flank for the Roos. Looking for something further afield, pops it up again towards centre half forward, a long lead. Oh, pack develops, everybody up, nobody down, comes to the back of the pack, Rowe, runs through, backs himself, takes a bounce, goes to defensive 50, chips the ball to Scown, he takes the mark. Now he switches play out wide, looking for Barnett, who's made some space for himself on centre wing. He can get with the left foot. Oh, it pops it up. Terrible kick in the end. Just holds up in the breeze. The half-forward line for North Geelong had to punch it away. Greed did well to get it back to Scown. Short little kick. Sets a task for McDonald. He can't take it with him. Anakie with the numbers a hold, said the umpire. And he will take the free kick.
A bit unfortunate there.
So Ryan McDonald, new player to North Geelong, with the right foot. Kick goes towards Smith on a long lead. Over the back of the pack. Falls towards Greed again. Great pick up. Can he finish it? Yeah. The wind has just taken it away to the far side and through for one behind to the Magpies. They square the game. One behind apiece. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 4.5 minutes played.
So very good positive forward move there from North, just unable to finish it off, Laurie.
Certainly, we've seen Troy Greed play before, and he was just front and square there. He was able to run on it. Just unfortunate, I think that Jason caught it. I think the wind just caught that there. It's probably a little bit windy coming through the back of that grandstand there, and just caught it.
So the kicking in will be done by Cummings for Anakie. Short chip, and has found a teammate in Miller at halfback. Still well in the defensive 50-metre arc. Kick, another high kick, has gone wide to centre wing, looking for Fitzgerald, can't take the mark from behind, and good defensive work by Nolan, who's punched the ball clear of Fitzgerald and found the safety of the boundaries out of centre wing, and the ball will be thrown in by the boundary umpire. Really lacklustre start, Laurie, isn't it, to the game?
Yeah, look, Anakie give me the impression they're just not taking enough care with their kicking. They haven't got a lot of, they're going short and then they put a long one in occasionally.
Well, from the throw-in, the ball came off hands to Michael Rowe, but it's picked up in the middle of the ground by Fitzgerald for Anakie. Kicks towards half forward. Running at the footy was Ferguson. Can't get a foot to the football. Now Stacks on the mill, and umpire Burbers will move in between wing and half forward, outer side of Osborne Park. Almost 6 minutes gone, one behind apiece, and Weiss up high early has given a free kick away in the a ruck infringement there. The free kick will go to Purvis, and for Anakie on centre wing, left footer moves in. It's not a great kick, but it's to the 50-metre arc. Comes off the pack for Anakie, unable to control the footy, however, and off hands, it's over the boundary line. I suppose Anakie probably kicking with the breeze, Laurie, would you suggest?
Probably a little bit, Eric, but they're going too close to the boundary line. They've got to get into the middle a little bit more and try and get some opportunities there to run onto it.
Well, from the ruck contest there, Elzinger got the punch clear, but only as far as the Anakie side. A couple of terrible handball on that occasion by Davis, put his team made under enormous pressure. Gee whiz, luck is a fortune, however, as the free kick has come back to Davis, pushed in the backs of the umpire, gone wide to Habib, taken the mark on the boundary line. On the right foot this time, gone right to the full forward position, and off hands, it is a behind. Rush behind will pay that to Anakie. They go to 2 behinds. North Geelong 1 behind. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 7 minutes gone.
So Flack to kick in once again for the Magpies. Chips the ball this time, finds Elzinger, still inside defensive 50, takes the mark. Now lead on from McDonald, sets him a task though, might fall to Cummins, bowls him over, straight through his legs. Now Ferguson uses his pace. It'll kick towards Scown, towards centre wing. Can't pick it up at the first occasion, second occasion can't either. Cummins through the middle, handball's chopped off by Ferguson. Ball comes back towards Scown, off the back of his head to Moulder. He's wrapped up by Ferguson. He loses the ball again. Now Scown, handball to McDonald. Oh, he slips over the wet conditions, but was good enough to get the handball away to Scown again. Chips the ball towards half forward. Barnett to run onto it. Taps it in front. Well done towards Smith. He can run onto it and get a Shepherd maybe. He tried to kick it off the ground. Zitko missed it as well. But Papalangi's back there as well. Also for Anakie trying to hold it up. Smith close to the boundary line. Zitko off the ground. Kicked it back towards the forward pocket. Handball from North Geelong, but now Habib in the last line defence. He measures the pass. No mark taken by Davis inside defensive 50, but he's good enough to get back on it, tap it out. He's outside 50 now. And great play, Michael Rowe, though, to get in front of him. Handball, back inboard, missed a target. On the ground was Cranage. Pack develops at half forward. And they've moved it from one side of the wing to around the back of the goal square and then to the outer side. And it's on half forward for North Geelong. Will have a ball up. So Purvis from behind. Gets it away from Weiss. Goes towards the boundary line. Pretty close to it. In fact, it's over. And Fitzsimmons takes it over for Anakie. We'll have a boundary throw-in. Still on the half-forward flank. North Geelong into attack. They're 1 behind. Anakie 2 behinds. Boundary throw-in. Purvis from behind. Nearly took it out of the ruck contest. Falls to Weiss. Gets a kick away. Holds up in the breeze. Barnett. Oh, good mark, Cummins. Kept his eye on it. Read the ball better. And took the chest mark. Just inside defensive 50 for the Roos. Goes towards the middle of the ground. It's a good kick too. And finds a teammate in Dover. Runs away. Kicks it towards centre half forward, but reading the bet. Oh, no mark taken though. Was by Longstaff at centre half back for North Geelong. Ball spills free. Comes to back. Elzinger kick off the ground was okay. Cranage gets out there, but he's not going to get there first. Davis will. Gets around easily. Goes with a right foot kick back towards the goal square. Good mark in front. And was that Nolan? It was. And he got the handball away pretty quickly looking for Elzinger. Picks it up. Left foot kick around the corner towards Cranage at half-back. This time he's got it. Chips the ball back towards Weiss. Oh, terrible kick. Fitzsimmons read it the better. 55 metres out. Tumbling torpedo punt towards the square. Anakie with the numbers. Fitzgerald kicks over his shoulder. Still, well, it goes straight up in the air. He might nearly mark it himself. Comes towards the pocket. And now it's off hands. And it will be a boundary throw-in right forward pocket. Anakie into attack.
I'm just wondering where Sean Fitzgerald is actually playing. He's had 3 kicks in the handball, but and who's on him? I think it's number 19.
Nolan now. Yeah. I reckon he might have started on the wing.
So a boundary throw in. Ruck contest. Hooper over the back. Nolan through the middle. Oh, is that a high tackle? No, the umpire said play on. Anakie player on hands and knees got pinged for holding the ball. And it was Brendan Grenfell it was. who might have got a high tackle but didn't get a free kick. Now the handball came to Flack. Left foot kick back towards centre half forward, but Fitzgerald stands in the way for Anakie. Takes the mark, 55 metres out.
Good hands.
Handballs it away to the coach. You get a game next week. Habib from 50 out goes long towards the square. Hooper from a long way back. Punches to the front was okay. Grenfell can kick the goal, but he misses. And nearly, in fact, missed everything.
Gee.
Out of bounds on the full. So North Geelong to take the resultant free kick in the back pocket.
Well, they've had opportunities, Laurie, Anakie so far, haven't they? They've looked quite good, but they just haven't capitalised when it got to the...
Yeah, they're winning the ball, Eric. Their disposal and some of their choices are probably not quite right at the moment.
Interrupting you, all the players thought that was a behind because Simon Flack was going to kick it in. But in fact, he's got a free kick from beside the behind post, out of bounds on the full, decides to go long. Glorious kick. It's almost to the wing. At the back of the pack, great mark taken by North. Handball goes to McDonald as it chips it long to half forward, comes to ground. Following up there is good stuff there, and that's Rowe again. He chips it round. That's not Michael Rowe, is it? Have they got 2 number 5s?
Oh, no, I think that was McDonald, Eric. I think he called it.
Got the one, the one's obscured perhaps.
There's Rowe here.
So the ball now by Smith, kicks toward the head of the goal square. It's a lovely long kick. Zitko, oh, good body work on Anakie. Just used his body to keep his opponent away from the flight of the football. Took the mark easily on his chest. And the opportunity for Mario Zitko. He told us before the game he was going to have a good one.
This is his first stat, though. It could be as good as a 1 goal, one kick. So
it's taken him almost 11 and a half minutes to get a touch on the footy, but he's only 4 metres out, and will move in. The opportunity for first goal of the match, which hasn't come as yet. Now it has. Mario Zitko, I think, has kicked the first goal. Has he? Yes, he has. So Zitko for North Geelong puts the first goal on the board. 1 goal, 1-7. They lead Anakie 2 behinds. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 12 minutes gone.
Yeah, well, they needed that goal, Eric. They've been to and fro from one end to the other and haven't been getting much result. I thought they had an opportunity there before North when they went forward, but it was some pretty poor play, actually. I think someone could have blocked for Paul Smith to pick the ball up rather than try and kick it off the ground. So you've got to use your brains.
McDonald had a 15 on his back. The one's been ripped off.
That's right, it's got it. Yeah.
I thought the glasses were okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a different style.
Free kick found. Brett Fisher and Chris Moore just exchanging phone numbers. And it's against Brett Fisher, so Anakie will take the free kick, and he's already pointed umpire Stokes, so they're going to have a good afternoon by the looks of it. So Habib from the middle for Anakie takes the free kick, goes long towards centre half forward, punch away at the back from Flack, and a pack develops some free kicks found. The umpire's found over the shoulder free kick, and Sean Fitzgerald has come up with it.
Certainly looks to be centre half forward now, Laurie.
Yeah, I think so. They might have been a bit of a trick, I think, there. Start on the wing and move to centre half forward.
So Sean Fitzgerald will line up from 45 metres out directly in front with the aid of a slight breeze. He comes in now. It holds up in that breeze.
That's a Barry Crocker, Sean.
That is out of bounds on the full once again. So North Geelong will take the free kick in the right back pocket.
Not trying to be smart though, Eric. There, if you watch that on the replay, he actually leant right back, and you definitely can't do that in windy conditions.
And last time it was out of bounds beside the behind post. North took it the full length of the ground and got a goal.
Elzinger goes long, outside 50. Davis couldn't take the mark for Anakie. Off hands. Habib's there as well. Free kick found for a hold. I'd like to know the free kick count.
Yeah.
It's building. And Anakie...
I think they're already missing Matthew Nemdis. They're getting up around the forward line, and he's a crummer, and they're not making advantage of that at the moment.
Habib with a long kick inside 50 once again. Off the hands. Fitzsimmons chased it towards the boundary line. He can't keep it in. And is out of bounds for a throw-in. About 40 metres around from the Anakie goal.
Laurie, with the way the wind is blowing, would there be some argument perhaps to play Fitzgerald with his marking ability at full forward?
Oh, yeah, I suppose it would be probably because they've got no one up there. It looks like they'll take a grab to me.
From the ruck contest, handball came out the back, and North Geelong put on the gang tackle. Anakie not going anywhere there, and we'll have a ball up. Still 40 metres out from the Anakie goal. Northern end of the ground. They trail 2 behinds. North Geelong 1-1-7. They've been playing 14 and a half minutes in the first term. Ball up, and clearing kick by Greed. Back outside 50. Cummins runs at it. Can't pick it up. Kick off the ground by Barnett. Out towards centre wing on the outer side. Getting across there quickly was Miller for Anakie. They got the numbers again, but the handball was terrible in the end of Cranage for North Geelong. So the turnover goes to centre wing. Scown takes the mark, plays on quickly, went right, then came back left, then chipped the ball over the top. Oh, kick though, wasn't good. Might land in the arms of Fisher. He can't take it with him.
Got a free kick.
He got a free kick for a push and play on advantage. Now Zulik goes towards full forward. Coming out, Mapalangi. He got pushed off it by Zitko though. Then he tried the soccer tactics and the soccer tactics again. He's going to sign for Manchester United. He told us before the game he likes these games where you can soccer the footy away. He's kicked 2 goals. We'll tell our listeners now that we told him if he kicks 6 this afternoon, he'd come on the TV show during the week. He's only got 4 to go. I said 10 to start with, Laurie, and you said no, that's too many.
The amazing part of that, Laurie, he couldn't hold his feet. It was very, very slippery just outside the goal square, and he did the only thing that most players would try and do, soccer it off the ground. Fortunately for North, it just went straight through legs and everything, touched nobody, went through the goals.
Yeah, no, there was a pretty good kick off the ground though. He put a fair bit of boot on it and made sure it covered the distance. And I mentioned that before. If you're going to kick off the ground, you've got to get behind and kick it just as hard.
So Rod Stokes and Brett Fisher obviously made up. Free kick advantage played to Fisher as the ball goes in the air once again. Weiss gets the tap down, doesn't go anywhere, however, from the middle. Great tackle there by Michael Rowe on that occasion. I beg your pardon, though. It is... not Rowe, it's McDonald. Gee, they look somewhat similar, actually.
Yeah, we have to do something about that.
So
get somebody to put a 1 on his back.
So the ball in dispute in the centre circle. Umpire will do it for the 3rd time. It's in the middle of the ground, still in the centre circle. Quite muddy there, but it's not really chopping up at this stage, which is good. Weiss, beautiful tap down to McDonald, straight through his arms, however. Kicked off the ground by Anakie. Came towards Dover at centre half forward. He kicks it off the ground further. The ball's come back to the 50-metre arc. There, an occasion, opportunity for Ferguson to show his pace, and he does that. Keeps the ball in front of him and carries the ball 45 metres from the 50-metre arc to centre wing and over the boundary line, and we'll have a throw in.
Eric, I'm not so sure about the Brett Fisher centre half forward. I haven't given him a stat yet. I've got it down here. I thought he'd have a field day here today.
He's a pretty tall Chris Moore, isn't he? Might have some trouble reaching the footy a bit from the throw in there on centre wing. Umpire puts a whistle on play. Players not going anywhere, so the ball will be put in the air. Still between wing and half forward for Anakie on the outer side as the ball goes up. Nice tap down by Weiss once again. This time push along the ground for North Geelong. That time by Kane Harrington. And the boundary umpires, particularly on that side of the seaside of the ground here, will be doing their work pretty well today. There's another throw in on centre wing. This time Weiss with the left hand taps it down. Unfortunately can't find the mark. Picked up there by Fitzsimmons for Anakie. Kicks towards half forward now. There's a Stacks on the middle. The umpires put a whistle on play, and it looks a bit like Ferguson actually. Ferguson chips to the middle of the ground, finds Barnett. Handball back to Ferguson quickly. Now they've created something North because Bowman has taken the mark just backward of centre wing. Runs to centre wing. He's had 2 bounces. Now he chips the ball over the top. Created the loose man, Zitko. Oh, a great play, Simon Riddick, and that's the value of him. Finds Fitzgerald on centre wing. Nobody talking to him. Played on, and a great tackle from behind is put on by Chris Nolan. So... a little bit of talk by the Anakie players might have been helpful, Laurie, but the free kick has gone to the middle of the ground. There's a fantastic mark with the wet ball for Anakie, and it's taken by Brendan Miller. Handball back to Habib, out wide, looking for and finding Cummins. He's in a bit of bother. Another handball to Miller. It's back where it started from. Now Anakie in bother, but Miller again gets another handball. Tries to handball through. There's a player in all sorts of trouble there is Moncta. He can't get the ball out. Umpire says, I'll have it. And between the centre and the wing, this time on the change room side of the ground, the umpire Verbers will put the ball in the air again. Up high is Weiss. Lovely tap down on that occasion to Harrington. Off the left, off the outside of the boot, actually. The ball, Smith. Luck is a fortune. Smith can't really handle the going, I think, Smith, at the moment. He's having real trouble getting his footwork, and the ball has been forced all the way toward the boundary line, 5 metres from the behind post for North Geelong, kicking to the southern end in this first quarter. 19.5 minutes gone. A fairly lacklustre quarter, Laurie, even in the conditions.
Yeah, it is,
Both
Eric.
sides not
There's
doing well.
There's some errors made there, fundamental ones, not enough talking.
The ball thrown in front was Hooper for Anakie. Ball picked up for North, kicked towards Mario Zitko, is it not? Magnificent mark. Ball very, very high.
What's the first question you're going to ask him on Monday night, Eric?
Dear, oh dear. Well, to his credit, I guess he kept his eyes on the footy and a few other players didn't. And he's only 20 metres out, fairly acute angle, and already 2 goals to his name in 20 minutes, an opportunity for number 3.
You got the camera on Anakie.
So Mario Zitko now moves in. Usually doesn't miss these. I might put the mocker on him. Moves in. It's not a bad looking kick. It's right across the face. In fact, it hasn't scored anything at all. Brett Fisher tried to kick off the ground. Cleared for Anakie towards Hooper in the middle of the ground. Lovely tap forward for North. Barnett tries to get the footy out from underneath him, but it's well and truly wedged in the feet there. And on the 50-metre arc, the ball put in the air again. Good work there by Nolan for North Geelong. Punches it forward, but hasn't got a lot of support until finally a nice handball come out to McDonald. Back to Harrington, to Scown, who's running inside 50. Well, I thought Zitko was a bit stiff not to be paid that, because hooked it in the one arm as he slipped to the ground. But Anakie, well, I thought we're going to come clear, but good work there by Nolan. He's been conspicuous in the first quarter and kept the ball inside 50. North players really having some trouble on that side of the ground keeping their footing. And ball about 35 metres from the North Geelong goal, still inside the 50-metre arc, and they have got a ball up as the umpire puts it in the air. This time Ferguson does the ruck work, handball out to McDonald. He can't get a kick away. Good defence by Anakie. This time, well, he stole it on that occasion. McDonald has a pot shot for goal from 20 metres out and might have kicked his first goal for North Geelong. Ryan McDonald, first game today, and he's kicked the 3rd goal for the North Geelong side. 3-1-19. They lead Anakie 2 behind. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 22 minutes gone.
What number is he supposed to be?
15. I'd say he's playing an on-ball role. Laurie seems to be
it was a nice goal. He knew when he got the ball straight up, he knew where he was going to it. Anakie seemed to be making some wrong decision-making in there, whether it be a kick or whether it be a handball, and they get themselves in a bit of trouble. Long kick would be effective, I think.
So back to the middle. Jamie Weiss just asking umpire Stokes to move a little bit out of the really muddy area to bounce it, which was good for him because he got it down, but only as far as Habib. Now it goes out towards the outer side centre wing. Ferguson's got it, brings it back towards the middle, sets a task for Greed. Good mark. Up against 4 Anakie players in the middle. He took it. He goes wide looking for Rowe at half forward. He has to sit and wait. Habib comes at him. He takes it on the chest. Michael Rowe. Smith gives him a lead. He goes out. Zitko gives him a lead as well. And he's taken the mark. Still on 50. Goes long towards the goal square, just pops it up. There's nobody in the goal square. Which way is it going to bounce? Oh, terrible bounce for Zitko, but good bounce for Barnett. He kicks around the body, but only as far as Grenfell, who's taken the mark for Anakie. Plays on quickly, out wide. Sets a task for Davis, has to sit and wait. Handball backwards to Miller was all right, still inside 50. Gets it out now with a kick. And a foot race out there. Walton's in front and punches it towards the boundary line. Gains 20 metres and it's out of bounds. True centre wing on the outer side. And we'll have a boundary throw in. Anakie 2 behinds. North Geelong 3-1-19. 23.5 minutes played first term. And a boundary throw in on centre wing.
I think there's some justification, Laurie, for my thoughts in the beginning of the game. You play your normal side early, and some of these players up forward for North are obviously out of position.
Yeah, it seems a little bit that way.
So from the ruck contest, the back of the pack. Ball comes out towards Harrington. Handball in board was okay to Zulik. Left foot kick to centre half forward. Nobody there though for North Geelong. And Jason Habib.
Jamie, that was where Brett Fisher should have been. He wasn't there.
And the ball from Habib held up in the breeze. Shoulder just on the ground. Couldn't take the mark. Rowe did in fact. At half forward on the point of the centre square. Millions of North Geelong players calling for it. He goes along towards the goal square. Zitko from behind. Smith in there as well. Greed off hands at the back of the pack. More. Zitko again. Fresh air shot. Shoulder just on the ground. Handball. Will set a task for Cummins. Has to pick it up. Scown bears down on him. He did okay in the end. Right foot kick. He wants to save to the boundary line. Moncta leads Rowe in the race of the footy and they see it over the line. And it will be a boundary throw in. On 50. North Geelong into attack once again.
Anakie just seemed to have trouble creating something there. They're winning the ball, they're getting around with it, they're not doing a lot with it.
Ball from the ruck contest, tapped down to the front. Now running onto it, McDonald had it and then lost it. Tried to pick it up one-handed, couldn't do so effectively. And we will have Andrew throw in, still inside North Geelong's attacking zone. at 40 metres around from goal. Ruck contest over the back. Moore got it to the front. Zulik rove the pack, then tried to get it away. Moore did so. McDonald spins in a tackle. Can he get rid of the footy? He can. Clearing kick towards the 10-metre square. Riddick's there in front. Does well. Left foot kick though, didn't go very far. Coming onto it, Ferguson did well. Right foot kick over the shoulder. Goal!
That's a magnificent pot shot.
Missed.
Point.
Wind has taken it too far, so one behind to Andrew Ferguson. They go to 3-2-20 North Geelong. Anakie 2 behinds. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 25 and a half minutes played.
Laurie, Paul Smith's going to have a real job to get goals today because Simon Riddick, I guess, is probably one of the great fullbacks ever to play GDFL, and so far Smith just can't find anywhere to go to lose him.
No, and he's having a bit of trouble standing up. There's your call there before. Simon Riddick's already had 2 purposeful kicks. Don't count the kick out, so no, he's it's a good test for him though if he can fire up against Riddick.
My word. So Moore to kick in for Anakie, now been whistled by the umpire to get on with it. Kicks it down the middle.
Oh.
He didn't seem to have a lot of purpose in that kick at all. The handball for the punch from behind's come back to Moore almost in the goal square, and he needs some assistance. Scown falls, slips on top of the footy at the 10-metre line, and there's a bit going on. Players falling on top of players there fairly forcibly, and a couple of North Geelong players taking exception to the what was going on. The ball's thrown up now. Big punch clear by Moore, looking for the boundary and finds it 5 metres from the behind post. So Anakie defence, Laurie, as just mentioned, under severe pressure all the time. Perhaps one long kick every now and again might clear some of that problem.
Oh, I think it would, Eric. You want to bomb it out of there and then let's run on it from there.
So the ball thrown in, big pack of players there. Fisher doing the ruck work for North, gets it forward, pushing it back to North Geelong, not seen by the umpire, and the ball will be put in the air once again. 35 metres now from the goal area for North Geelong, kicking to the southern end in this first quarter. We've been playing 27 minutes, only 3 goals kicked, might not be a long quarter. So the ruck work done there by Moore, tries to get it down to Riddick, kick off the ground for Anakie. The only person back there is Weiss, picks it up, nice little weave, dodge, kicks the ball back to the middle, dangerous kick, Harrington, almost equal to, well, the umpire has paid the mark, I think. So Harrington there, just inside the centre square, has players across the middle of the ground. One of them's Bowman. He finds him with a lovely foot pass. Now Bowman can run to 50. Kicks it high in the air. Gee, the wind held that up. And looks like Troy Greed, is it, that's taken the mark at
Nolan.
Nolan. Gee, they're alike too. Got quite a number of medium-sized players, North Geelong, and they all look fairly similar. But this guy's had a bit of the footy in the first quarter. So Nolan now, man on the mark at 40. Decides to kick long. It's going to land almost in the goal square. Nobody went for the mark except Simon Riddick. Kept his eyes on the footy and took an easy mark unopposed. So just outside the 10-metre square, Riddick for Anakie has now perhaps to clear. Well, he doesn't have to clear it because the siren has sounded. A 28-minute quarter, and at quarter time the scoreboard reads North Geelong, the home side, 3 goals to 20. Lead Anakie 2 behinds.
The goal kickers for North Geelong, 2 to Mario Zitko and 1 to Ryan McDonald. 18 points of difference at quarter time. North Geelong 3-2-20, Anakie 2 behinds. We'll take a break, come back, second quarter action after this on 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.